to start? God. It's been a ride, man. Yeah, I guess growing up, being around music all the time, it was like, I remember my dad brought home a bass guitar and I was 13 years old. And, I don't know, I jokingly say I haven't put it down since, really. I'm traveling down this long winding road, and where it goes, nobody knows, and where it ends, it's where I'd like to be. Another lost soul, wandering free through the night, ambitious and bold, waiting sun's light, taking my time, I'm starting to see the gates falling down. Just looked so much and tried so hard, in the end just a bomb. And I have been through thick and thin, I can't slow down, it drags me back in. After one fleeting glance, the demon's gaze is past at last, and as soon as I try to pass, my vision gained at last, So I traveled down that long winding road, and I found the lost head. This time's longing soul, I stood up to the king, thought he could win. Did not need to go so far down that road. I fought for my life and I made it my own. Things that are gone and never return. The people still grin, I will still sit, and think life will always win. Yeah, I was in a band and we were the Geeks with an X because it was cool. And, playing classic rock covers. And then we got a little older, started to become angsty teenagers, and changed our name to Crimson Gates because Crimson Gates is badass or something. And started, playing thrash metal and, being punks and stuff in our own way. We were always kind of the good kids really in school, but doing what we can to cause a ruckus, in the little town of Chatfield, I guess. Just went through school, nothing too drastic happened, a lot of good guys in that band, and wish I would have kept in touch better, honestly. Some of them are fucking tremendous players now. But yeah, I graduated there. The band disbanded. Spent a year kind of just partying and doing my thing or whatever. I went to Brown College for video game design. I was teaching people guitar at that point. I wasn't really playing out or anything, but it was kind of inadvertently, we'd get high and then what do you do but jam, Like peace and love, man. But dropped out and moved back home. And I guess, yeah, that's when I started writing my originals and stuff. So that was 2011. Yeah, I still play a lot of those songs today. And yeah, kind of kept writing, didn't play out much. Transferred to the Institute of Production and Recording, go to college in downtown Minneapolis. And just because, I felt like there was something to this music thing, it's always worked for me in the past. And from there, I met a lot of good people. I was the guy that people would go to get high and play music with, really. And eventually got myself in a band up there called Daddy Jive. And it was fun. It was a lot of fun. We played funk music. That was also the first summer. When I started writing original tunes, that was my first summer going to music festivals at Harmony Park. That changed my life. I'm not sure it was for the better, but it certainly changed my life. Still love the place. It's a really wonderful atmosphere. Really good people I've met through there and, connected with because of there. But that had a lot to do with the direction I was heading. I got the taste right there. I dabbled, but I really developed a liking for exploring my mind a little bit. And spent the summer kind of, again, just playing music and partying, man. And just trying to make networking connections and stuff. And so, yeah, I go to IPR up in Minneapolis, and I'm living in the low-income section of downtown. Next to the Basilica. That was a lot of fun. Met a lot of good people through there. And my apartment was the apartment that you go to get high and play music, and that was it was the times were really good back then. There was not a lot of bad things happening. I developed a pretty bad speed habit. Kind of upgraded from the pharmaceutical stuff and leveled up, as some people say. And so that kind of consumed a lot of my life. It was me and 3 friends, and we'd sit in my apartment for days and days and days, and honestly, we'd make art. I wrote a lot of songs. And yeah, one of them was a rapper, a DJ, and an author. And we'd all critique each other's work. And by this time, Daddy Jive was playing all over the place. We had headlined the Triple Rock a couple of times. We had done some stuff. We were getting ready to do a show at the Caboose. But, my habit had just kind of overtaken every other aspect of my life. And so it was obvious to the boys, probably not so much me, that things were kind of spiraling out of control. Eventually it just got to a point where, my habit was so strong that I was just like, all right, guys, I don't know about this. And they were like, no, come on, stay, or whatever. And then a good friend of mine from high school gets a hold of me, and he's like, hey, man, do you want to move out to California and mine Rainbow Obsidian? It's like, I don't know what that is, but fuck yeah. We got jobs for $15 an hour, cash, and, lived in a tent just off the mines, and, did a lot of exploring. Played music. We'd do 4 days of work and then 3 days off, but, I kind of tried to do one of those geographically getting sober things, but wherever you go, there you are. So funny enough, the crew we got onto was facilitators of my habit at the time. So when I say 4 days on, I mean four fucking days straight. Just, wielding a pickaxe and a digging bar and sitting in this big mining pit. Got to a point where I was getting a little loopy from being out there and, going so hard or, just keeping up the heavy lifestyle. I guess after, and my buddy wanted to go back to school. And, I said, all right, man, that's cool. So we took off back towards Minnesota, come back down to Rochester, and, I've always had people down here, I know, but I start playing original shows, and that treated me pretty good for a while. At this point in my life, I knew there was something wrong with my head. I couldn't stay off anything, and it was just this constant cycle of complete misery. But the shows were going good, so I knew I had something there. I did this little mini soda tour, get back, and me and a buddy are hitting it pretty hard at this point. I keep saying that, but it's not like it got any harder. It's just a consistent thing, as much as I could afford whenever I could afford it. I don't know, music was always, I thought it was first, but looking back, it's like, what the fuck was I doing? It was totally secondary.
Follow others' way.
bunch of cool people. And the next night was of course the Creative Salons open mic, and I knew there was something special in that spot. There was this really strong presence of just pure artistic freedom, just like people creating for the love of it, and I felt that, and I think at the time things were going so well that I even managed to like kick some of my habits and stuff, and I'd play this open mic every week. Party with a bunch of cool local bands like the Sky Isn't Blue, and I remember going over to that house, the Sky Isn't Blue house, and the Names were playing, and there was a sick ass noise band, and it was a fucking great time. And I'd go to these open mics, but looking at it now, it's like I wasn't putting any effort into my music. That it's just I could play there, so I did. And that's these open mics are really great, and they connected me with a lot of really awesome musicians. But I guess my aspirations are bigger than playing open mics until I'm however old I get. But yeah, my life was spiraling out of control fast, like really fast, and so. And I think at this point I finally started to realize that something had to happen, something had to change. After my third attempt at going to treatment, I finally make it there. And just have this fucking revolutionary experience with sobriety, and that it really changed my life, and it's just funny, like, I know addiction's kind of like this taboo subject or whatever, but especially now that I'm clean, it's really something it's good to talk about, just because I've found a solution, and it's been working for me ever since going in, but I've heard addiction is the only disease that you can get that convinces you that you don't have a disease, and man, it was a hell of a ride. Wouldn't trade it for the world. But I've lost friends because of it, like really close friends. I'm just grateful to be here, to be able to play music, to have some sort of knack for it, at least people tell me I do. Grateful to be able to help people. There's this intense motivation and drive that comes with my new sobriety, and I'm finding I'm playing better, I'm doing bigger things, and it's amazing how when you're in a positive attitude, a positive lifestyle, positive things happen a lot more, and it's an honor to be able to have affected people's lives, and through something as excellent as music, But yeah. Like I said, I'm just grateful, man. Life is good. Pass.